So in this game, you just go to a bunch of different areas and learn.
I can do that in real life.
I could do. Yeah, he just called him Air Mario. That was pretty funny. But you learn things and you have to solve mysteries. And you know what you don't do? Jump, throw fireballs, save princesses.
None of
Wait, Mario's Time
You don't
Machine
get to hang out with Koopa.
There's no jumping in Mario's Time Machine?
No.
Oh,
How do
dear
you,
Lord.
what's the score about? Just leftover bonus points?
No, it's they just lifted it from Mario World and just put it in there. I don't think you can jump.
See, what's crazy is the sprite itself, like, it looks like they ripped the idea from Mario World, but it's not quite right.
Yeah, you're right.
That's not the
His
Mario
pants
World.
are purple.
Like, it looks like somebody like tried to draw it from memory and failed.
YUNKJunk!
Hey everybody, welcome to Tubby Talk, where we're talking about edutainment games. That's called Burying the Lead. I remember these games growing up. I remember playing these games at school more than anywhere else.
I would hope you're playing them at school.
Yes.
Nerd.
No, I think, yeah. Oh, God, yeah, you're right. But I remember playing these on those black floppy disks that were actually floppy.
Yeah,
back in the day before the hard disks.
Was it 5.25?
5 1/4.
5 1/4.
Yeah.
And,
That's the thing. Yeah.
and you went over to the thing at the school, and there was like, it was like how you'd flip through albums. But it was just, edutainment games. And I would always come across
Albums are things that kids and hipsters listen to music on. Those big black discs made out of
Vinyl.
acrylic, vinyl.
well, these were square black discs. What were they made of?
Probably vinyl on the outside with like vinyl on the outside acrylic.
Leather?
Yeah, they felt leathery. They were really, it had great finger feel, but they had like magnetic discs in this middle.
You were already learning just like how to like turn it on. The whole thing was learning, and they had big buttons, and you push the button and went ka-chunk, and then it turned on, and then you got to play a game like Word Munchers.
Yeah.
Which I distinctly remember as a little green dude. Second one down.
That was the Sin Against God version. This is
And this is the good stuff right here. Yeah, I mean, I remember. Oh my God.
MECC.
MECC was
Minnesota Educational Computing Corporation.
Wow, Word Munchers.
this splash screen like just hits me with so many feels.
1985.
You want to play with a
it said.
joystick? That's an option. So you could go from playing Doom to Word Munchers.
Well, not on this computer, not playing Doom.
Wow.
Stacy Tessie and Tessie Stacy. 2 of the Hall of Fame entries.
So, I mean, I distinctly remember the little green guy. I don't know if he's supposed to be a frog, but to me, he was just a word muncher. And he moves around and he munches stuff, and he munches words, and sometimes he would munch numbers. So there was also a number munchers that I distinctly remember.
I'm more familiar with number munchers, yeah.
Okay. I remember word munchers first. Oh, wait, this is great.
The Troggle.
Be careful if you lose a muncher, if it eats the wrong word or if it gets caught by a Troggle.
Special key, the escape key.
You may want to quit in the middle of the game.
This is not one for audio only, kids, because we're going to be reading a lot of like memories. Wow,
Whoa.
look at that. It adjusts the monitor to set the colors. You remember when it had the 4 dials at the bottom of the monitor?
Oh, yeah. See, this is actually
was it CMYK? Is that what it was?
No, it wasn't CMYK. It was RGB and like black level.
And contrast.
RGB,
or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, honestly, it actually went contrast, tint, brightness. I forget what
That
the
was
last.
definitely TVs.
This is impressive.
Those
Oh, no,
knobs.
but monitors have the same
did too?
thing, yeah. Our hero.
Munchicus Scripticus. All right, that's that. They took that from Super Mario.
Well, really,
Because Yoshi.
This is from 1985.
Uh-oh.
they took this actually from Roadrunner cartoons.
Oh, yeah, when they have the scientific nomenclature.
Scientific name of the Roadrunner and the Coyote.
Yeah, and they
Forgot
change
that.
every cartoon.
Me, I got hung up on Munchakoopas.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Arrow keys is how I played it.
God, yeah, you there was no up, down, left, right on the keyboard.
There was the number,
Why
the
would
arrow
you use
keys.
that?
Well, or because if you're left-handed, you might want to use.
I mean, in video
letters.
editing, we have JKL editing,
Yeah.
which is. So I guess that makes sense. Oh my God, this screen is like bringing me back, dude.
So this is interesting. So all you got to do here is munch only the words that use the word E as in bell, a short E.
Sound.
Yeah.
I don't know that I learned anything playing these games, But I do know I enjoyed playing these games. You know, this is so funny. I was literally thinking about this yesterday. Do you guys remember Mad Minutes? Did you have those in school?
Minutes? No.
It was similar to this in that it was like you had 1 minute to finish a whole bunch of like number problems, like math problems. And you used to get so jacked up on them because when they would come, like if you could get through all of them, you might be 1 or 2 people in the class to do it. There's no way it's a game, Dylan, but I appreciate that. I appreciate the look. No, it was just like some lady's piece of paper she gave me. But it reminded me.
Like Mad Minutes is not coming up.
Yeah, it reminded me of the thrill of number munchers or word munchers, where you have to do stuff fast and you have to do simple arithmetic or word-based games fast.
Well, I know we had a card game that we played at school sometimes called 24.
Did you ever play 24?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was like a bunch of cards with 4 numbers on them.
Cards?
Yeah, like physical cards with 4 numbers, and you had to make as many. I think it was make as many.
You had to make those numbers add up to 24 using
that's right.
Using the 4 mathematical.
Yeah,
there you go. So
the standard arithmetical transformations, right?
Yeah, you had to use pluses, minuses, multiplication, or division with those 4 numbers, and at the end you had to come up with 24.
We never played this, but I love it. I want to play it right now.
This is what we played at like MG class when they're like, "Hey nerds!" Like
they would time it. They would make us fight each other.
MG class,
mentally gifted
classes.
Oh,
so like they make us fight. They make us fight each other with them.
That's what they called it.
Like they're like whoever does best gets a cookie.
They still call it that.
Mentally gifted.
Yeah, it makes you sound like you're Charles Xavier or something.
Yeah.
I would never forgive the one MG teacher I had in elementary school that was like, whoever does the best at 24 gets pizza. It was like a weekly thing. So we were like, try to cheat and like throw each other off because we wanted pizza. One kid got pizza.
No, only one.
Only one
gifted kid was gifted
pizza. There can
pizza.
only be one. Yes.
Yeah, it's tricky. In fact, like now I want to get this game and play it at home. But it makes me think of another game involving math and quick thinking.
Hit me.
Math Blaster.
Yes. I was just trying to think of this.
And in fact, search specifically for Math Blaster CGA because that's how I want to see it because that's the monitor technology.
EGA.
I do remember
CGA.
that Math Blaster was upgraded a bunch of times. I think it actually also made its way to Game Boy, right up at the top, Dylan.
Oh, yeah, do the top. Actually, this is later than the one. That's not CGA. That is definitely VGA, but this works.
I remember this
I've never
one.
played this
I
one.
forgot about the little buddy. Yeah, this is the sequel, In Search of Spot, I think. But I forgot all about the little buddy. This is really affecting me.
Like this is like deep core memories happening.
Absolutely. So Math Blaster, how did this game function? How did it work?
Well, a couple of the ones, if we jump ahead a little bit, I know one, they put a problem at the top of the screen, and there would be 4 spaceships, and each one had a different number on it.
Here we go.
Go to the spaceship that had the right. Oh, this one actually has you type it in. Oh, look at that CG.
I remember this. I
lasers.
remember you got to blast stuff. Like you actually blasted.
This is advanced.
Yeah,
you're collecting.
This is after my time, but this looks great.
So let's look for Math Blaster Original then.
Let's see. Yeah, not In Search of Spot. That's the sequel.
Yeah. But I think that is the one that I remember the most.
Yeah. I wish I could have played that one. Oh, Math Blaster Plus. Yeah, that top one. Oh, no. That works. That works.
Oh, that brings me back. Squakenet? Thanks, Squakenet, for... Is this the one you remember?
No. This is
What the
beyond
heck
one.
is this? Oh, this is Math Blaster Plus. Actually, it's new Math Blaster Plus. So you know it's good.
Oh, that's the one. Okay, scroll down to the 4th entry on this page. That's the one that I remember.
Oh, you can tell right there.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, jump right there. You go. Get to where they're showing. This is CGA graphics.
What is this?
So CGA was a graphics mode that had
You're not blasting shit.
It had 4 colors. It had purple and bluish, black and white. That's all you had to work
Purple,
with.
cyan, black and white, I guess.
Yes. So this is like the most boring one, where it's just like enter a number.
Wow.
It's not really a game per se. It's just math. But they'll get to the one.
But is there a ticking clock? If there's a ticking clock, that's all I need.
Then it's a game. Yeah. This is the one I remember. You run back and forth, and you press the space bar
Never played this either.
for which answer to go into. They took the best one and just jumped away from it. But yeah, basically, you hit spacebar at the right time and you won. That was it.
Interesting.
But you blasted off into space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get a bigger ship? Oh, I remember rocket launcher.
Yeah, you could grow.
I remember rocket
it's like
launcher.
Hangman, but a spaceship that is
Yep.
good to build instead of a noose.
I just realized I basically made up a game about fighting cavities.
He's the
With
blaster.
toothbrushes that you use to brush enemies on
What do you
Apple
mean
IIe.
you made up a game?
I found a list of Apple IIe games. It's not on there that I can find at least.
There's not like a crest.
That's what I thought it was.
What was it? Crest versus the cavity creeps?
What?
The cavity
Yeah.
creeps were
Okay,
the
so I
bad
didn't
guy.
completely
Cavity
make it up.
creeps are a thing.
Yeah.
And there was like,
Rest versus
yeah, and they
the
walk around going, "We make holes in teeth. We make holes in." They did. I saw it on an episode of Family Guy. Yeah, Crest team versus the cavity creeps.
Oh, so it's a cartoon.
commercial.
Okay.
Well, it was a yeah, it was a
What,
There's
this-
the cavity creeps.
Is this real? Or is this
Yes.
like a parody?
No, this is real.
It's real.
It's again
Yeah.
one of those situations where
It's like a G.I. Joe.
It's like an ad has much better animation than the actual shows.
Yeah.
Because this looks like
Crest van shows.
they're trying to ape like Johnny Quest, but it's got like 30 more frames per second than Johnny Quest
You know
ever
what
had.
just
Look at the Team Crest.
What just
The kid
stop
and the
moving?
dog.
They're animating too much. Stop animating. It's too much. You know what just happened? The normal thing that happens when you try and play an educational game, your brain immediately goes somewhere else to something more
fun.
interesting.
Yeah.
And it's pretty sad when that other more interesting thing is Crest and the
It's
cavity.
tooth health. Hey,
Yeah.
we are sponsored by dentists. Well, we're not yet, but we will be.
Not yet.
I want to be part of the Crest team and fight cavities.
All right, so there's one. Here's a weird one. This jumps
Yeah.
a couple generations. Look up Captain Novolin, Novolin. So this was a game, came out on the Super Nintendo. Yeah. You know, guess what
There's a
Captain
Game Grumps episode. That's awesome.
Guess what Captain Novolin's superpower is? Guess.
Novel and reading novels.
Nope.
Diabetes. Fighting diabetes.
Word. His superpower is having diabetes.
Oh my God.
So it's all about managing your diabetes as a superhero. And look at the graphics here. Like just
That girl's from the Crest team.
yeah. You gotta
What
select
the
the
hell
doses
is
of your
this? This is
insulin.
like
Wow,
how to
it
do
was on
steroids.
This was on SNES.
Wow. This is Stanley from The Office.
Like, and it tells you about how to eat a.
Why
a
would
safe-
they make him look that way? Look at his neck. Why did they give him neck fat? What are we doing? Why does that poor man have to look like that?
Well, he looks better than Captain Novolin, though.
Well, he's still.
I'd have to say.
Meaning pancreas are part
it's-
of the body.
Okay.
So yeah, he's got to go around town collecting the good things, and donuts are bad. You know, it's funny that he likes the banana because they're very sugary.
It was. It's. I'm not going to
Sweet.
get the whole thing. but
Oh, we
different
did a
type of
wicked
sugar.
flip there.
Yeah. So yeah, only collect the good things, don't touch the bad things, and he just walks.
Why do you know this game?
Yeah. Why do you know this game?
Because I know almost every Super Nintendo game, and this is
Okay,
one of
well,
the
there you
weird
go.
ones that sticks out.
This is SNES?
This is SNES. This was on a Super Nintendo.
What?
So it's all about having diabetes. And this is specifically for kids with type 1 diabetes. They're
Yeah.
like, this will teach you how to live, kids.
Yeah, just watch out for freak donuts and soda monsters coming to get you.
And I like how much
But
bigger
look
they
how
are.
jacked the sweets are. Sweets
Yeah.
got great legs.
What is true about insulin? We just told you a second ago, kids.
How stupid are you, child?
Well, you know,
They made it the first.
you know
first
when you
option.
feel like a stupid child? When you go to the video rental store to rent a game and you see Mario and you're like, I'm going to rent this game, only to find out that you were the idiot who just got Mario's Time
No,
Machine.
I was a kid that wanted that game so badly. I read about it. And I was
What?
like, I need to play this Mario game because I guess I didn't grok the edutainment angle. So I was just like, I want to play this new Mario game.
It's like, I love Mario and Time Machine. Whoa!
But yeah, especially Mario's missing because you get to play as Luigi. And I was like, I love Luigi. I never played it though.
But instead, you're faced with this nonsense.
Good day. It's Beethoven.
So in this game, you just go to a bunch of different areas and learn.
I can do that in real life.
I could do. Yeah, he just called him Air Mario. That was pretty funny. But you learn things and you have to solve mysteries. And you know what you don't do? Jump, throw fireballs, save princesses.
none of
Wait, Mario's
you
Time
don't
Machine
get to
has-
hang out with Koopa.
There's no jumping in Mario's Time Machine?
No.
Oh,
How do
dear
you,
Lord.
what's the score about? Just leftover bonus points?
No, it's they just lifted it from Mario World and just put it in there. I don't think you can jump.
See, what's crazy is the sprite itself, like, it looks like they ripped the idea from Mario World, but it's not quite right.
Yeah, you're right.
That's not the
His
Mario
pants
World.
are purple.
Like, it looks like somebody like tried to draw it from memory and failed.
But this
feel too bad.
ruined an evening. This game ruined so many
This was
kids'
like your Friday
evenings.
night, and your parents like, okay, you can play
The
games for 1
weekend,
hour.
and you can get one,
yeah,
and you're stuck with it till Sunday, and it doesn't get any better.
So you rented this, and this
It was a
was
horrible disappointment. I feel like I did the thing where I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna get burned again. Let me get Mario is Missing.
This has to be a superior Mario game with better action.
Yeah, well, at least in Mario and Missing, you could jump. Luigi jumped in Mario's Missing, I believe. Yeah, you can even
He's not a
ride
Yoshi.
And this one, it looks like they actually ripped the sprites correctly.
Globulator or globulator.
Globulator. It lets you.
Oh, thank God they gave you a
regulate globes.
password.
So is that just like ancient Rome?
Yes, so definitely it's a step up as far as graphically and whatnot, but it's still just not any fun.
No, it's more edutainment in this case, and there's still Koopas. So this is a lot. Basically, this rips off of another game, Carmen
Headdress
San
was
Diego,
stolen.
Really?
because it seems like it drops these hints, and you're just like, "Well, learn about the Messiah now. Answer a question."
Yeah.
Of the more than 70 tribes in Africa, none are more visually well known than the Maasai.
Well, I mean, it's just a horribly boring experience, and it wasn't any fun. And I think there is a third.
I don't know about that one.
Mario's Time Machine, Mario's Missing. I think there's a Mario
feel like-
teaches numbers.
This Mario teaches typing, right?
Well, that's where I want to go next.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
completely
the fact
different.
that-
I feel like there's a third one of these. You're right.
I think there is a third one of
think
these.
you're right.
We'll look it up. But in the meantime, I want to talk about the Mario game that was educational and was fun, and that was Mario Teaches Typing.
Wait, was that
Really?
was that on CDI?
No.
I
This
don't
was
think
computer.
so.
There was one on CDI.
Windows
though, wasn't
95,
there?
I think,
No,
is where
it was
I
only
played.
on
Yeah,
PCs.
1992, this one. But this one had
'Cause you needed
just
a keyboard.
enough
No, I mean not typing. I mean in general. Wasn't there
Interplay?
a Mario edutainment game for?
This was Interplay?
Yeah. Isn't that nuts?
Like of Clay Fighter?
Yeah.
Wow. So this game was actually kind of goes back into what I was talking about with the Mad Minute or with Word Munchers. Like there is a ticking clock element, and you have to go fast, and so you have to learn fast. So it kind of worked. Certainly it took me a long time to get up to all 10 fingers, but I do use all 10 fingers. Do you know people who don't use all 10 fingers?
tons of people. Yeah.
What?
Most adults.
Why?
Because hunting and pecking gets it done.
I guess so.
I don't remember the exact figure, but I was like the top 30 percentile in typing when I took my civil service test 15 years ago.
Do you?
Hunting and pecking. I did better
still
than
hunt
most
and
of the
peck?
people that, I still do, but I did better than most of the people
Wow.
working for the state when I applied for the state. And they were like, you type really fast for 2 fingers. I was like, I'm stubborn.
Well, what was really fun.
Why does Mario walk like a goon in this?
Well, because Interplay made it. I didn't know Interplay made it. But you see like the rate that it's going at, and it does look like it is a game.
Yeah.
It is a game. And yes, it's teaching you, but it's kind of like now I'll play piano and I'll use like a piano app that's very similar to something like this. Like
So you're hitting the letters.
but here's the problem. You get better at this game. It doesn't necessarily translate directly to
Yeah, 'cause they're not teaching you
using a
words. They're
keyboard.
teaching you words.
Well,
you get to learn where the letters are on the
I
keyboard.
just
in
mean
relation to
you
your
forget
fingers.
it. It's like, well, okay, I'm going to now type my social studies homework, but Mario's not there with me. Back to this, you know?
So did Mario teach you typing? That's what I want to know.
He did. I will say Mario taught me type. Mario taught me how to use the pinky.
Good. So you actually listened to the fingers.
Yeah.
That is showing
yeah,
you.
I
Good,
tried.
good.
I tried.
Yeah, look, so this is all custom art they made for this game. None of this is ripped from a
Yeah, it's
Mario
definitely
game.
custom
Oh.
because it's gross.
Yeah, it's gross. But look at you got fireworks coming out from the grass.
Yeah. I mean, there's game elements. I got to look up what that third game
so
is.
bad. This all looks so bad. The castle looks pretty good. I'll give it that. As a castle, it doesn't look like a Mushroom Kingdom castle.
I mean, back in the day, it was like I just see colors, and that's amazing to see on the screen. It doesn't matter what they are putting together; it's just colors.
You may
right?
print your certificate.
You can print it.
anytime.
I wonder how many kids like print thy
Of
certificate.
course I did. Of course
Did you print
I
it for
did.
real?
Yes, I definitely did.
Look at that. Mario looks schlubbier than usual there. Hello, Alex. Man, so
Here we go.
This brings me the original teaching typer that I know.
I'm afraid to see these bloopers.
There's a Mavis Beacon. Have you heard of that?
Mavis.
Everybody knows Mavis Beacon. Oh, look at that blooper. What the heck?
Look up MAVISBEA.
You know, the only thing I know of this is from like the old Ego Raptor video. I was like, I'm not talking about Mavis Bacon.
So yeah,
it's Markiplier.
So I found out that Mavis. So it was advertised as like, this is Mavis Beacon. And
Is he supposed to be a real person, or is that just a model they use for the picture?
They just a model. They made up a character.
What?
This is Mavis Beacon. Yeah, look, she's super fake there. But she's like, I'm going to teach you typing. Look how 90s.
What do you mean she's
that
not
looks.
based on someone?
Odd shows. They just made her up.
Character they made up for the marketing.
They were just like, we think this
What?
person will be highly marketable. She looks like a friendly person who would teach you how to type.
Yeah.
I wonder how often she got approached on the street, just like, hey, it's Mavis Beacon, and she's like, what are you talking about? Because it was like some clip art or something that she posed for 20 years before.
Well, I'm pretty sure that they used different models over the years. So like it would just be a vaguely similar looking woman on different boxes.
There were different kinds of edutainment games, right? There were games like this that were legit, you know, teaching you lessons. But then there was another category of games, and this might be a stretch, where they were like simple and for children to like solve problems.
Like the Sesame Street game.
Well, I'm thinking more, there's a game called Zoombinis.
Yeah.
Zoombinis
Does
is
that
great,
count?
Yeah.
Oh, that counts.
Yeah, that's definitely.
All right.
To me, anything that was played in a school computer lab counts.
Yeah, there you go. That first
Wow,
one.
it hurt us.
Yeah.
It knows its own. Oh no, you don't search Zoom I unless you're looking for Zoomies
Yes.
or Zoombinis.
Oh yeah, Pizza
Beanie
Pass.
Pizza Pass.
See, this is a great one.
Yeah, you got to like, you had all these little characters that were very similar to Lemmings, but they all had different abilities. Like one could fly, one could roll, but you had to make informed decisions, I should say. Like it's not a traditional game.
It's
Like, you have to be
a logic puzzle.
Yeah, but this was a whole lane, right?
Yeah.
Of games. And this one I remember because it was at, did you guys remember there was a store called like Zany Brainy
Yeah,
back in the day? I remember
Yeah.
this was,
it was
like
in like
sold
a
there.
mall store.
We
Yeah,
had
it's
this.
got the-
And there was a
Deliver pizzas.
narrator, right?
Yes.
Like the Zoombinis.
Yeah. No, that's exactly right. And we had this at school. There was one computer in the library that had a CD-ROM drive, and Zoombinis came with that. So we played that a bunch there. And I remember, more toppings. Like they would, you're supposed to make the perfect pizza to suit these three guys.
Okay.
And these three guys all have different desires.
And there's sticks.
I don't know why they're sticks.
They're tree stumps.
Yep. And then if they don't like it, they throw it in the ditch. Or didn't like that one.
Oh yeah, and you had to try to suss out what they actually wanted as their top.
And I remember at the time this was like an audiovisual like masterclass because it's the dawn of CD-ROM.
Yeah.
So you can there's real voice acting.
Yeah.
And these little animations, like as cheap as they are, like you never saw anything like that on a computer. Yeah.
Blew my mind.
You're like, somebody drew
That's
that.
probably why I was drawn to this game, was just because it was animation heavy. But why did I think the Zoombinis were green? Are there bad Zoombinis and they're green?
I don't remember green ones.
You might be conflating it with Lemmings somewhat in your head, because I kind of did that. I remember them looking like Lemmings, but doing this pizza.
Lemmings
mess.
had green hair.
Yeah.
Kind of like blue.
I think they were bad. No, I think they were bad.
I don't know,
Bad beanies.
they're-
Bad beanies.
They're not in this version, apparently. Dylan's
I'll
scrubbing through and they're not
look it
showing
up.
yet. Speaking of which, Mavis Beacon was portrayed by the same person the whole time.
Oh, the whole time? Okay.
Yeah. They found her at a perfume counter in Beverly Hills in
And they're like,
1985.
you teach me typing.
Yeah, they're like, we want you to be the face of Mavis Beacon teaches typing.
So what was another educational title?
Woo.
Oh, well, if we're staying in this lane, I think we could bring up the putt-putt games.
Yeah, you bring
Right?
that up. Yeah. Which was a little after
never
our time,
played
I know for
those.
sure.
Yeah, I
but
don't think I played it either, but I'm aware of it.
putt. There you go. Saves the Zoo seems good.
Ooh,
There's a
collection.
putt HD collection.
Any of them.
put it at
Because
the
really,
zoo.
it's just that this style of game
Is it
was hot during this time, and you know,
Point
it
and click
was all just
adventure.
like play and animation, and it taught you a little bit, but it was also just like, choose what you need to get out of this puzzle.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I would call it like it's its own genre, right? It's its own kind of game. Like, is this point and click? Is this a point and click adventure?
It's point and click adventure.
It's basically a point and click adventure with
puzzle
higher,
solving.
with higher, I guess, just production value.
Yeah, animation.
Did you see? I think the inventory is on the bottom right there, where he has a dog as his inventory, and I guess you can use that in a situation.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of animation going on with this car. Like, every scene.
There's a lot of like extraneous information in these games too, like animation. Like you click on background elements, and there's always a cycle of things that happen. I click on it 10 times, and 10 different things happen.
Well, that's the fun part of these games. Was just like, oh, there's a secret. Found it.
Was Putt Putt related to Day of the Tentacle? Is it the
I
Day
think
of the Tentacle's Lucasfilm?
Yeah.
LucasArts.
LucasArts.
Excuse me, which is now defunct. But that was like this, but not at all educational.
Monkeys
Right.
with berets. I'm assuming they have French accents.
Or no, I think they're beatnik monkeys.
Oh.
They look like they're doing some beat poetry or something.
Bibbidi-bobbidi-bibbidi-bob.
But I never played a Putt Putt game. It
Me
looks good.
neither.
I don't know. I want to play a Putt Putt game. Look at this.
I guess Pajama Sam.
Yeah, that was
The same makers.
Yeah, people is Putt Putt.
like it looks pretty good. Like for a goofy, cartoony kids game. Yeah, I
What
think
was the other one? Sam and Max?
Sam and Max was also LucasArts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of point and click games, and they taught you things,
Yeah, sometimes.
but some of them didn't.
Yeah, they weren't made and designed to teach you things, but you can learn things, especially with logic puzzles, because you learn how to think about the world differently. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, it usually only applies to adventure games.
Yeah.
So some people got really good at adventure games and figuring out the obtuse logic they use, but in real life, it doesn't help you.
No.
Or
It's
does
probably
it?
a little
Maybe
less
you should.
obtuse in Putt Putt, I would hope.
So
hope.
you've never given a dog to a bunch of lions to get you out of a situation?
Not yet, but having seen Putt Putt do it, maybe it'll work for me.
That's right.
That also brings to mind another very famous genre of where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Yes.
And particularly, like I played, I think the first version. So that had 16 colors.
Carmen Sandiego, 1991. Oh no, that's
No,
the
you-
show.
you-
They
the
look for the
shows.
game.
We are looking
It's a
for
friggin' Netflix series.
Yeah, they made a
There we go,
younger hipper
1991
Carmen
MS
Sandiego a
DOS.
couple years ago.
Yeah, this is the
Wait,
stuff.
let me see the very, very beginning of this video again.
He wants that sweet, sweet hit of nostalgia.
it brings me back.
Yeah.
Broader bun,
Well, what
ruder
is-
bun, soft.
God,
ruder
yeah.
bun.
Kids, like, you hit G, O, or A, or D to access those menus.
Unless you were lucky enough to have a mouse.
Yeah.
Right. But you didn't need to have a mouse. God, I just remember. Why did they stop doing that?
Oh, to have the
Highlight
menu
the
at top?
thing.
Because mice or mouse.
Oh, that
Is
would
it,
be
computer, is it still computer mice or is it computer mouse?
She works for Acme?
ice.
Carmen Sandiego is in the Looney Tunes universe?
Well,
No,
it was
Acme just is
the detective
yeah,
agency.
it's stand-in for it's the top. So Summit. So it's just
So
used for everything.
This is
in
the
back then.
revision. So the first one came out in 1985.
Oh, wow.
It was not this colorful, I'm sure.
No, it's not this
Please
colorful.
identify yourself.
It came out very slow. I remember waiting. I was like, "Come on, let's go faster, go faster!"
Really?
But you did most of your interaction was through this long dot matrix printer. For whatever reason, you've been identified. Demo. Yeah, your rank was rookie. You would work your way up to from rookie to gumshoe. All the
What
way
was the chief in this?
so I think the idea is that these messages are coming from a chief, but it's
Yeah.
not like a
It's
character.
not the chief.
Not
So
the
the
chief.
chief, the character, is like a CCH Pounder type, let's say. And she would always be like,
yeah, she was Lynn Thigpen.
yeah.
From the game show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the game show. She's the one who I think of as the chief all the time.
She was,
Yeah,
she was
exactly.
an actress in some show that came on in the 2000s, like a cop show. And I was, every time I saw it, I was like, that's the chief. But she wasn't chief in the
That's
show.
because she used to go, I'm the chief, Gumshoe.
Yeah, and
Look here, Gumshoe.
She was strangely not the chief on this cop show, and it always threw me off. I'm like,
There's
she should be
an
the chief.
I think there's an amazing, like a comedy Bang Bang or something like that, where one of the actors is being the chief. And it is hilarious because it's like the chief is dating and trying to figure things out. But look it up. I think it's Jay Farrow doing
that sounds
doing
about
the
right,
chief. I just in my head, I'm the chief. Anyway,
So this game was all
the
about
chief
you,
was not in this.
you would visit a place and then some random character would be like you're here, a parrot
Sailor's
talks to you,
parrot.
gives you a clue.
He
Everywhere you
left in
go,
a dinghy. That sounds like something Dylan would say.
So you're trying to fill in like what this person, all of the things you know about this person,
clues you
and
find
you have
out,
to know. Like you'd use weird words like dingy, and you'd be like, as a kid, like, what is that?
Yeah.
You have to try to look it up, and without the internet, maybe you had a dictionary at home. Maybe.
I
I remember both the show and the game being very boring to me.
See, I love them both.
The show was great. I love the show so much.
Yeah, the game
theme
show
song,
do it, Rockapella. Come on.
Rockapella.
Actually, yeah, if you pull up
I don't want to get his copyright
Carmen
struck.
San Diego game show finale, the last round, I always had fantasies of doing this. And this is a game, so it
yeah.
sort of ties in. But they had a map of the whole world.
There she is. Gumshoe. Hello, Gumshoe.
Yeah, so this here,
Sponsored by Toyota and everything.
a little bit further, that one. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was a map of the United States.
Look at this hat.
Great.
Look at this outfit. My God.
That's the early 90s for you.
So yeah, they had these beacons you had to place in the right states. And it was awesome. And every time like this happened, I was like, I could imagine I'm gonna be that kid. I would do better than that kid. And I think what you would win is if you would win a trip to anywhere in the continental United States.
Really?
Whoa, I could go anywhere. I want to go the furthest place to spend the most money. And I'd be like, I guess that's Olympia, Washington or something. Well, yeah, it would be timed. So it's crazy. They'd call out.
What's the point of this? Are they saying cities?
Well, yeah, they'd call out. I believe they'd call out like city names, and you had to figure out what
Des
state it was in.
Moines.
Yeah.
And he goes to Iowa.
Yep.
That was not Iowa. That was Washington.
And if
But
you
you
put
have
it
to
in the
get it in the
wrong
right
place,
spot,
it
yeah.
wouldn't. The siren wouldn't go off.
Oh.
And I was always like, man, I wonder like the technology
That was
behind
Tallahassee.
this. I was like, it must have been really
Or
good
Atlanta.
to know like where you're putting it back then. No, it was probably just a dude like pressing the button to be like,
Yeah,
activate
I'm
the
sure.
siren. They didn't actually have a system that knew where you put it.
There's little markers on the ground. They could be magnets.
Yeah, I don't think they are.
I think it's a remote.
It's there's some
Infrared, probably.
I mean, we'll see if he
Analog.
didn't move it and it came on. So
he
yeah.
failed. So it's very quick. Like you had to place these 4 or 5 beacons, and like, where else? You didn't get that trip to continental United States. I'd be like, but I wanted to go to Alaska.
Oh. Well, is that continental?
No,
Yeah. Hey, Chief.
that's the chief. She's the chief for life.
Exactly, but you do win a tape recorder
Look at that.
or a giant chunky CD
You
player.
can listen to these CDs.
That's a CD player that weighs 50 pounds and it gets very hot. And it burns a hole through your pocket if you try to listen to it.
Carmen
While you're walking
San
around.
Diego was a franchise really at the
Yeah.
time. Like it had not only like 5 games, it had this show, it had another show in Fox 90s.
Yeah,
I remember the
in late
remake.
90s. There was there was like a Saturday morning cartoon
That
style
one.
show. That
Yeah.
that theme song is even better than the game show
Is
theme song.
Carmen San Diego, where on earth is she? Yeah.
But then it like kicks into high gear. Like they put like a guitar after that part or something.
There's a
It's like,
new
this-
one on Netflix that my kids are into. They've never played a Carmen San Diego game, but they know Carmen San Diego through this new lore.
What did you learn in Carmen San Diego? Just where stuff was?
Like, well, the geography and history. Like
Geography
there was a
and
lot of talk
history.
about artifacts of, or like there was still the Louvre, and then you'd have to they'd teach the kids what the Louvre was, and he asked questions about like art, and you'd be like, yeah, this type of art would be found in the Louvre, or they show a scene to the kids on the game show, and then they figure out from the scene they show them the answers to the question.
And there's some deduction involved. 'Cause, like you needed the instruction book because the instruction book had the dossier of like all of the bad guys, and it told you their description.
Yeah.
So you would have to match the descriptions you got from the characters with someone in that book. And if you didn't have that book, you're not playing that game. But it would use weird words, and it taught me a lot of weird. Like it would be like, "Oh, he was toe-headed." I'm like, I don't know what toe-headed means. What does that mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, blonde hair.
I think it means you got blonde hair.
Can you look up a game, Mac? So look up Macintosh and McGee.
Was a Gee game on Macintosh.
It was a McGee game on Macintosh, but
Macintosh.
That's the thing about American McGee's.
there it is. Boom. McGee for Amiga.
Amiga.
So
Okay.
this was in my school. I remember playing this all the time, and there was another game that we'll see if we can find. We're going to do a short episode this week, kids.
Ah!
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
What is so the noise he goes is, "Hey, I'm McGee."
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But you just go with McGee on the day. Yes, I've distinctly played this in elementary
Is he
school.
supposed to be a little
This is
giant or something?
And
That's
it's
just
also
bad
not
art.
Maniac McGee. It's not like off of that
That's
book.
what I was thinking, yeah.
But no, it's just this kid McGee. And his
Wow.
ass is hanging out. And I played this in school. And you could like pick different things and he would interact with it.
Well, was this supposed to teach you something?
I have
Or
no
was-
idea, but we were allowed to play it in computer class. In the it was the computer lab, and we're all sitting.
Oh God, that perspective is so everything about
It's
it
like
is so
a
wrong.
second
It's way
grade
creepier
game.
than you remember because
Yes, oh my god, I don't remember it in color.
yeah.
Is it at least
But
voiced
maybe
by
I was
Louis
playing a
Anderson?
Mac that didn't have a color monitor or something like that.
McGee.
Yeah, he's go, "Hey, I'm McGee." It's crazy, but I think this might be it. It might just be 4 clickable things.
It looks like they
Oh
shoved.
no, you can go to different rooms.
It looks like they shoved
But look
him
at this
in a room.
clown.
This clowns everywhere.
I don't know what this would taught me, but I learned something.
If we're gonna go this tangential with educational games, I think we have to talk about what's it called, Gorilla Warfare.
Gorilla Warfare.
Yeah, the one we had we lost to
no,
monkey.
you mean Qbasic Gorillas.
Okay,
All right,
Qbasic.
look up Qbasic Gorillas. This is one of my favorite games.
We played this game way too much for way too long.
with the letter Q, BASIC.
We were in like 10th grade still playing this game.
Basic Gorillas. Yeah, so I actually used this as part of the tournament to determine my best man for my wedding. Was the final round was this Qbasic Gorillas. Yeah, there you go.
What is this?
This is awesome. So this is the
1990.
competition at its purest.
Yeah, it's a
2 gorillas, 1 city. Each enters 2 numbers. One is the angle.
This is making my day.
One is the
velocity, right?
velocity. That's all.
Wait, did it just ask you the gravity?
Yeah, you can set the gravity.
You can change the constant of gravity. Yeah.
Yep. Guardian and Mysterioso.
But yeah, it's a very, very early spiritual precursor to Worms.
Okay. I loved Worms.
But you have to manually calculate trajectories.
Put in that 70 velocity, 70 angle. What's your velocity going to be? 78. Let's see what
You
happens.
throw a banana, and then the banana goes up, and it comes down, and it destroys
is
the
like
buildings.
Worms.
Is it gonna? It's gonna hit him for no. Oh, so close.
Wow. Okay, so he's just got to do the same thing again.
Yeah, they're throwing thermonuclear
Wait,
bananas.
how is this educational?
Well, it
How
teaches
is
you
your
about
educational?
angles and velocity.
That's true.
It taught you how to become Cyclops from the X-Men or Captain America.
Yeah.
The whole purpose of this game, so Qbasic was a programming language. And this is like, look at what you can build with Qbasic. So this was part of a tutorial to learn how to build.
Okay. I never
things
got
with
that when I
Qbasic.
was younger.
Yeah. So
Really?
Yeah. So this was like this is multi-layers of educational. It was like you can learn how to make this game, but also the game is about angles and velocity.
So you can throw a thermonuclear banana at another gorilla.
Yes.
Oh, like I've
And you
always
saw it
wanted
explode
to.
it in a giant fireball. It took out a chunk of the building with it.
So I'm waiting for one. If it goes past the sun makes a surprise noise. Oh, so close.
Wow.
But this gets tense. In fact, the next time we have like a tournament of games at Venice Island, I want this to be the final. Because imagine this on the big screen. Yes. Yeah. Oh, nope. Little short.
the whole audience just like,
Oh, yep. Now this should hit because you were so close the last time. Yeah, I got that gorilla. This
Look
is
at this celebration.
one of the best video games.
I miss little animated celebrations from games.
These are definitely games that, one person made in the span of maybe a week or two.
I don't know. That's a lot of buildings.
Oh, we just did the sun. The sun just made an
Oh,
expression.
it made the O face. Yeah, yeah. Oh.
Dylan, I need you to look up. This is going to be really hard. Math car game. Oh no. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, math car game.
Math car game. Math racing.
Name of the-
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
that's
that's
probably
it.
it in the Reddit.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yes. Okay, we're talking about the same thing. Oh, come on. Somebody answer the damn
I
game.
remember the game. You wanted to beat was
I
Turbo
think it's
Tom.
Turbo Math Facts. Turbo Math Facts. Look that up.
Turbo Math Facts. It
Dude,
sounds like
I am in Milton Terrace Elementary School in that's it.
Oh,
In
wow.
upstate New York.
Oh, look at that cool dude talking about it.
He's just about as cool as me. See if we can start it over. Yes. Okay. Cool. Right there. So
Whoa.
here's what this game was it was a bunch of, it was Turbo Math Facts, and you had to answer a bunch of questions, and you get money for it, and the money gets you a better car. But there's like, there's this one car, the purple car, if you can get it, that you always win. So you always want to get the purple car. So you have to answer out-of-saved racing cars.
Wow, it just jumped to a whole other generation of graphics there.
Yes.
Wait, what happened?
But then this
Now
is
we're back to monochrome.
we're watching it on different platforms. So it was on
Okay.
multi-platform. So I'm sure eventually, okay, this is the one that I remember because we're in color. And I bet you'll see a purple car if you answer enough questions right. Yeah.
Zero?
Oh, you can do demonstration. Like, what is
I
addition?
don't remember any of this. What is addition? Go forward a little bit more, Dylan.
He just wants to see that purple car.
So yes, and now you get the yellow motorcycle. If you do
This
terrible,
man's-
you get the yellow motorcycle.
This looks
Keep
terrible.
going forward. I'm sorry, I keep doing this. Yes, okay, so if you
crash.
get it wrong, crash, just keep going. Go back a little bit.
There's that
Right
nice little
here,
purple
right
car.
there.
Yeah.
Yes, but go back to the yellow. Yeah, okay, so if you did okay, you could buy that little yellow, but you wanted this purple car.
$88,000, man.
You wanted this purple car.
In the 80s, that's a heck of a car.
And then you would start a race against all these others. And if you didn't get the purple car, you're going to lose because you're racing against Turbo Tom.
yeah.
Okay, Turbo Tom at the top can beat anyone but a purple car. No,
Yeah, we got to see Turbo Tom.
I got to see this. Matt Kids International Race. I think this is the same maker. So I would play McGee and then this game right after.
He's got against 4 purple cars.
Yeah, but the purple car is always going to win.
Well, your
You
purple
gotta
car,
get
you
a
mean
purple
yours gonna
car.
win?
Take that, Turbo Tom.
But when you start the race, what happens every time is it goes, oh no, oh no,
Why?
oh no. And then it
Why?
would just start because Turbo Tom is someone to be reckoned with, Steve.
You're just so afraid of going up against Turbo Tom?
Turbo
Even
Tom
in your
will
purple
get
car?
ya.
Dude, I wonder how much of this inspired Wreck-It Ralph. Because the villain, if you remember correctly, in Wreck-It Ralph is named Turbo. And he drove a drag racer.
Don't even don't play with my emotions right now. You're saying Fix-It Felix and Wreck-It Ralph went up against Turbo Tom?
Yeah. Who was cosplaying
He was from
as
another
King
game.
Candy.
That's right.
Yeah, King Candy was originally Turbo. Looked a lot like
Oh,
this.
But I will
and then
say,
and
you
then
didn't
they
say-
palette swapped them.
Yeah, but nobody was in the arcade putting quarters into Turbo Math Facts.
no one. See, did you
Turbo Math
out of
Facts.
order?
I actually can't wait to call my sister and tell her about that I found this game.
When you
But
started
anyway.
describing it, I thought you were describing a game on the on our graphing calculator called Death Race, which was like a car, quote unquote, that was made out of like an 8 or something like that.
It was not educational in any way. No, like Turbo Math Facts really is.
It
Turbo
was
Math
educational
Facts
because it
is
taught you how to
the-
program in the T880 language, whatever it's called.
So you played that a lot.
Yeah, I think I just liked games where there's a time limit and you have to like use your brain as many times as you can. You know, it was just there's something about it because it was like that's real competition, man.
Yeah.
When the clock's ticking and Turbo Tom's revving his engine and the whole crowd's going, oh no, and you gotta beat him in the end.
Was there a sound effect for "Oh no," or was it just text?
No, it was a sound effect.
Okay, yeah. So,
So
I
it's
gotta
probably
go
like,
back. and-
oh no, oh no.
I'll pull it up on my phone when we're done here. But yeah.
The thing that comes to mind with that, then, if you love fast math, did you love Brain Age?
Yes.
DS.
Yes, I
'Cause it
love
was all,
Brain Age.
Oh yeah, right. That.
Is that an educational game? I guess it is.
I would
Yeah.
say it is.
It's specifically, it's like, hey, old people, get your brain in shape. Young people, keep it
I
taut.
like this little dude in the bottom right corner.
Yeah.
What is that thing?
That's a character from Splatoon, I believe.
Oh,
one
is
of the
it?
Octolings.
See, this was a game on Nintendo DS that came out, and there was a series of games actually, and it was a lot of fun. And somehow Nintendo marketed it to me. I don't know why. Like Miyamoto wanted to get involved in it or something, but for whatever reason, Nintendo and Nintendo Power forced me to get that game, and I liked it.
Well, it was all about, they were reaching out to an older demographic then. This was the touch generation games where they're like, oh, the DS is for everyone, young kids and old people. And this was supposed to be about keeping your mind sharp as you age. and it would rate your performance by saying your brain's age. That's why it was called that. So if you did poorly, it would be like, oh man, you're like an 87-year-old brain.
Yep.
You stupid man.
I wish I could remember the name of this scientist in the bottom left corner, but he introduces
Dr.
himself.
Kawashima, I believe.
But I like that he's just there hanging out with you the whole time, and he's your buddy.
Yeah.
You know, he wants
Is
you
he
to
your
learn.
buddy? He's like, you got an old brain. Your brain's 85.
Yeah, but he wants you to get a younger brain.
He wants to put a younger brain in your head.
See, he always reminded me of Andros, the final boss of Star Fox, because he's a very polygonal face.
We just talked about this on the other podcast.
Really? Uncle Andros.
And I got lit up in the comments recently. When we were doing our Smash Brothers show.
Yeah.
We got lit up for not being like elite level smashers like was recently at the Smash Yunkers.
Yeah. Oh, at Smash Yunkers, they were good. They were good, man. Yeah, look at all those polygons.
Delicious.
That's where all the polygons went into his head.
Yeah, I would say that this is.
You don't need it for
I mean,
the game.
I don't know if you're learning so much as you are practicing, right?
Yeah.
You're making new connections.
Yeah.
Reopening old connections in your brain.
Getting them dendrites pointing in the right direction.
Yeah, this also reminds me of like the surgery games that you could play. Did you ever play any of the surgery games
Those
on
are
Wii?
great. Yeah. I played the one on 3DS.
Trauma Center.
Trauma Center, yeah.
Center.
Yeah. Which not technically educational could have been, but they were like, no.
Until the aliens attacked.
Trauma Center Wii.
Trauma Center, yeah.
The tiny aliens that live inside of
That's
people's
right, they were
bodies.
Yeah, right there. Second opinion's fine.
On the best thing about it was like, of course, you had to go full anime, and you had a way to stop time.
Superpower, yeah.
Yeah.
And the way you stop time was by drawing a pentagram,
Yeah.
That's right.
The Warudo.
and it would slow down time so that you could do sutures better. Ridiculous anime, and they're like, that's not the speed of an apprentice physician.
Yeah, one of them, it's a bomb.
Yeah, you gotta defeat the shields on the bomb so you can deactivate it. But the shields regenerate, and you gotta use lasers to shoot the
This
shields.
would
and
be
not the
awesome
bomb.
to play on the big screen at Venice Island.
Oh my god, yeah.
We could all dress up like doctors and be out there like.
Trauma Center, I guess you could play that competitively.
And I feel like there's definitely a phrase that would happen, and I don't remember what it was, but it might be like, trauma or something like that. There was like this statement that would be said, and then like 900 white blood cells would show up, and you'd have to fight them off.
And it's a game, it could have been very educational,
Yeah.
but they opted not to at all.
True. Instead, they went straight anime.
No, now I want to go
Just
back and
like
play this game.
how Phoenix Wright is not about law at all.
No. Phoenix Wright's great.
Objection.
Yeah.
Similar vein, but oh man, yeah. Now I just want to play Trauma Center and learn about not livers.
Yep.
You could. That's where I learned the word chiral.
Chiral, yeah,
Yeah,
chiral load
means to the right.
And I learned caduceus. I always.
You mean caduceus?
I don't know how to pronounce it. I was about to
It
say
is
it taught me how to
Caduceus.
pronounce it, but that was the name of the secret society of doctors that you get initiated into. We have the power of the pentagram.
Doctor.
Pretty sure caduceus was a Greek
Yes,
physician as well.
it's the name of the staff who owned the staff with the snake on it. That's what I know it from because I'm an intellectual.
You mean you watched the Hercules cartoon and Kevin Sorbo series? Good. Me too. Me too. Guys, any final thoughts on some edutainment?
I had one final game I wanted to bring up.
Please.
If you don't mind.
No.
I already brought it up a couple episodes ago, but I'll bring it up again because maybe you can find the version I'm thinking of. It's Battle Chess, but it's the Apple IIe version of Battle Chess. It was on a black and white grid.
What? Battle chess for Apple II. Holy
and
smokes.
that's the colorized version. Yeah, so it's a grid, and I used to play this all the time. I used to come in early because we weren't allowed to
That
play it
top
during
one.
school
Do the
hours.
top
The
one,
top
yeah.
one. We weren't allowed to play during school hours, but the computer lab teacher would let me play it if I came in
Interplay.
before school.
What the fuck? Interplay. What is
Yeah, they
Interplay
made lots
doing?
of stuff.
Making everything.
That's what they did.
I guess their
Did
bread
they
and
make
butter.
it out of clay?
Their bread and butter was like edutainment, and they always straddled that line between console and PC gaming back then. So obviously this was
Remember they had that game Claymates?
Wait, so you had to
Yeah,
put in
terrible.
the floppy disk to load up the UI, and then when you start the game, you have to flip the disk over because it's double-sided floppy.
Look at all them graphics,
That is
Steve. You got to load them.
beautiful.
But like, yeah, so it's a chess game. And
Dude,
you play.
this is how you learn.
It's standard chess pieces, but then they have little attack animations where
Those
they
are
fight
not
each other.
standard chess pieces.
You've got pawns, you've got a king, queen, bishops, rooks.
The rook's not even a human.
Rooks aren't humans. They're
That's true. They're
translations of a castle. And
castling.
that's the most literal rook you could have.
It is so slow. Oh my God.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was not quick. It was definitely on a very under. What was that? A 286?
No,
chip?
it wasn't even. It was an Apple II. It was before
It was
that.
an 86 chip.
Yeah. It was before all that. So the thing with this, the reason kids wanted to play this game is that when you took a piece, there was a battle animation, and the animation is what you live
Yeah,
for.
they were
You're like,
often kind of brutal.
it was like
The way I
a
remember them, at
fatality
least.
in Mortal Kombat, but way less cool.
Yeah.
Dylan, I don't know if you want to skip ahead a little
Well,
bit. To see if you can
2
find
episodes ago,
animation.
we did discover like
But-
that they're still making this game.
Yeah, there was
in
that
the
3D version.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
but-
and the 3D version had the brutal
Yeah,
one.
like
Yeah,
the
this is-
bishop stabbed the other.
Really slow game of chess. Okay.
Holy smokes! Wait, so he turns into a Rockman to
I
walk,
remember that.
and then
Yeah.
it turns back.
I remember that. I played this game too.
Oh.
Yeah, and so like when Rockman like takes a piece, he like turns into a big Rockman, like smashes the other
Yeah,
one. and,
let's
like,
see
smashes
somebody
apart.
die.
You're gonna have to skip a little bit
Just go forward
The
until
trouble
they're
is
actually
it's
further
just
more than that.
so slow.
It's just chess is a slow game. You got to keep going till you find.
But it's especially a slow game when each move takes 30 seconds.
Oh, it froze.
Oh, no, it's
actually
thinking. It's thinking.
Yeah.
That's the. He also had to think for the thing. Wait for the computer to think of the move. Oh, they are. Wait, what? They're both moving.
Keep coming forward.
Looking for that animation,
Like,
just like
yeah.
kids back then. When's it gonna
I
happen?
played it for that
Keep
endorphin hit
going.
of
Keep going.
yeah. I think they just moved all of their pawns up one.
There we go. The knight.
Dink. Okay. Oh, riveting. Oh, he blocked that
Oh,
one
he's
too.
fighting. That's right on this game. You took a hit. It took a hit. You took a hit. It took a hit, and then you'd win.
Yeah, doesn't like bash his head into the other one.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
he knocked the pole arm down. He's like, "You're dead."
Uh-oh.
very slowly bashed him in the head.
And we were like, "Yeah!" We'd be clapping in the computer lounge, like, "Yeah!"
Like you didn't know who was going to win.
Yeah.
I think my final thoughts are like, remember computer labs?
Yeah.
There were
computer lab was
weird
great.
games in the computer
Yeah, we
labs,
spent
and
a
they
lot
were
of time-
always staffed by just somebody's mom.
Oh, so
Who
like
wasn't into computers at all.
we were lucky. We had somebody. I think was it the librarian?
Well, it
We
was,
did that in like
yeah,
elementary school.
yeah.
Yeah, but it was just like they knew about computers. They were a nerd too.
Mhm.
So like, oh, these nerdy kids want to play games on a computer. Let's encourage this.
Yeah.
Let's give them something fun to do. Yeah, I appreciate it. It was a formative part of my gaming experience.
I guess me too. And you had to wait for things.
They definitely made me
Taught
the
you
man
patience.
I am today.
Yeah, taught you problem solving skills. Taught you before you race Turbo Tom, you say, "Oh no, to get yourself psyched up and get all the
Turbo Tom
All the-
is a
all the
threat
doubt
and he
out.
needs to be stopped. Okay? I will never, ever let Turbo Tom defeat another child.
That's
Wait,
the spirit.
What's the bishop going to do? It looks like he has a flaming.
He lit him on
He set him
fire.
on fire. It is flaming. Okay.
Wow.
Any final edutainment thoughts?
Dance immolation. No, yeah. I love them. They do still make edutainment games. They're way more hi-fi. I feel like these old ones, they got a charm. Now I want to. These are things we need to introduce to the new generations. So
Yeah.
let's do it, guys.
And I just want to go look up all the animations for what happened when you beat all of the Munchers games. Because I never did. But I turned out okay.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for watching Tubby Talk this week. Next week we'll talk about more edutainment. This is all we're doing going forward.
All
is going
entertainment,
through
all the time you're going
edutainment.
to learn all the video game.
That's right.
All the knowledge through video games.
Except we can't do that because I refuse to hit the "It's made for kids" button on YouTube because that puts us into a weird area. We're doing mature rated games next time.
Hey, yeah, 180. See you guys later.
Bye. Welcome to New YUNKJunk.
YUNKJunk!